And then how do you not understand the wolves? They're like force wolves.
Okay, see, there you go. Right there. A
All
force
right.
wolf. Really? Do we really need a force wolf?
Straight from the himself, he doesn't understand Pac-Man cats and force wolves.
Whoa, just slow down. What do you mean they blew up the Death Star? Who's they? What the hell is an aluminum falcon? Oh! Are you me? Okay, so who's left? Well, where are you? But my Dark Lord of the Sith to protect a small thermal exhaust port that's only 2 meters wide.
How's it going, everybody? My name is Zach, and this is What the Force podcast, where we come live to you every single Friday from Nerdvana Coffee and Spirits here in Frisco, Texas. This week, I'm super excited to have on the panel with me, right off to this direction, because I don't know my right and left. It's this guy with a beard. His name is Matt.
That's right, and unlike Star Wars Battlefront 2, I don't take 40 hours to unlock, and there's no microtransactions needed.
Your wife would say differently.
That's true.
BC is off over in this direction, which I don't know what that direction is.
You're right.
There we go.
Right there left.
BC, how's it going?
What's going on, jackass? Back in the house. We doing a damn thing. Like Battlefront, I do cost a lot of money.
Oh, what do you though?
I'm very expensive.
Oh, okay. Well, that's not been my experience. But
Well, I mean,
Which
that's
reminds me, you owe me a lot of money.
we
Never
don't
mind.
have a budget because of BC.
yeah,
When he's not on, we save money.
yeah. BC requires purified water, a cashmere sweater, gold carpets, loads and loads of food. So
He also requires a dog that he won't ever look at or touch and won't even take home. He just wants it in the vicinity, and I don't understand
it's
why.
a comfort animal. So if you guys want to donate to BC being a prima donna, please direct message us later on and donate to What the Force podcast.
Exactly.
Hashtag BC
So you can keep me on the show.
PM. Yeah.
Only blue M&Ms.
Jeez,
there's
you
a
gotta
reason
stop,
why
we
Benjamin
know.
cannot be on the show because he gave
Did
him a
you-
black eye.
That's exactly true. I do only like the blue M&Ms. The rest taste weird.
They're all the same, bro. They
No,
just
bro.
have different coloring.
No, dude, that's like saying that those red and green tortilla chips taste the same as regular tortilla.
They are exactly
No,
the
they are
same.
not. They taste
They
weird. They're different.
don't.
Whoa.
They're different, bro.
So anyways, as we step past the eggshells of BC's persistent life, we're going to jump right into What the Force podcast. This week, we're going to be talking about Thrawn. Obviously, you guys clicked on this video. You guys are watching it. We're going to be talking about some recent news that was released about Thrawn lasting past
Spoilers.
Rebels, maybe Rogue
Nothing
One.
but spoilers.
It's not a spoiler if you read books like a human being, but
I do not read books
The other thing is,
ever.
It's also it's your own
No,
fault for
that's-
not keeping up with Star Wars
no,
Rebels.
that's not spoilers for us. That's spoilers for. Oh, so Thrawn's not going to die in Rebels. Okay, cool.
Well, he
we don't
hasn't
know that
died yet.
We don't know. That's what we're going to
We
talk
had
about
the
tonight.
mid-season finale, and that was about it.
Trust me.
That's what I'm saying. If they said he's going to last longer than Rogue One,
Here's the thing. I'm going to treat you like Charles Manson. I'm going to make you feel safe.
Bro,
I'm going to put you in the back of my car, and then
bro.
when the time is right,
Oh,
I'm going to give it
no.
to you.
That
So
was-
just wait.
that is the
Jeez,
worst-
Ben.
Worst time.
Is this your first
It's-
time on set?
it's okay. It's okay. We were 20 minutes late. It does not matter. That phone went off.
All right. Jordan joined us. The
Hey.
great master Jordan himself.
You're so bad at that.
Wait, great master Jordan?
Great master. I know words. I'll say
He's
things.
the great Jedi Master, Jordan Mason.
See, Matt got it out fluently. You sounded like you didn't know what you were saying.
My phone's cracked. It's not my fault. Look at this. Look at this. I can't even read words. Look at this. I'm already dyslexic. This is literally like telling a baseball player to play without one arm and one leg. Anyways, thank you so much for joining us, Jordan. Matt, do you want to give us an amazing plug for the website that hosts our podcast every single week?
Oh, of course. You guys got to check out Cinelinks.com for all your news, reviews, editorials, and more. And Cinelinks, it also has book reviews that Jordan himself has written, and there is one up there right now that you can go check out. It's amazing stuff. Go out there, check it out, cinelinks.com. Make it your homepage every single time you open up your browser.
I'm really excited because I'm going to actually start doing a lot more articles since I have a lot more free time now. Hopefully can post more Star Wars news as time goes on, as we get closer to The Last Jedi.
Jordan pretty much has Star Wars.
He
on
does.
lock.
It's on lock. Yeah.
I don't even focus on Star Wars news.
He does, like, anytime there's a review reservation for it, he puts Jordan over my dead body if anybody else is going to take this.
Cool, that's fine. I'll just I'll send Jordan my reviews and they won't be posted. But
it will never be posted.
Make sure you guys check out cinelinks.com because we're going to be posting a lot more stories here soon.
You know what else you can find on Cinelinks?
Jeez, what?
My podcast. It is what it is. Every single Thursday. Yay.
Actually, it's really good.
It is what it is.
As much as I can barely stand this prima donna, his podcast is actually really great, and I'd check it out. Check it out.
That Zach
there's a thing.
words
There's a thing. I know words. That's a thing. So the first topic that we have going on tonight for What the Force podcast is that we're going to be talking about Star Wars Rebels. It's going to lead into the Thrawn subject that we were alluding to earlier, but I want to talk about Star Wars Rebels for a bit. We're going to leave this a little open forum. So if you guys are watching right now, make sure you guys jump in the comment section and tell us what you guys think about Star Wars Rebels right now as a whole. Specifically, we're talking about this current season. We're halfway through it. Matt, you're caught up. BC, are you caught up through this current season? So BC, what do you think about this current season?
I'm not liking it.
Why?
It's kind of boring. I hate these stupid cats. They remind me of
the Loth-Cats.
Yeah,
the Loth-Cats.
I don't understand what's going on with the freaking wolf. And
Doom.
And maybe it's me, but Kanan and Hera seems very forced.
Their relationship?
Yes.
Well, that's because you don't read books, and if you would have read
I don't read books. I don't have time to read, bro.
I agree. Within the show, it does. Within the context of the show, they did a whole book about them and their relationship, but I completely agree within the show. The Loth-Cats, really, what's wrong with them? There's Pac-Mans with ears and fur.
It's dumb. I don't need it. I'm like, man, this is awesome. It's been a lot of, all right, that was cool.
Matt, in a couple sentences, what would you say is your review of this current season? Because I'm going to ask you a more important question about this season right after it.
It's all right. I think they're trying to get a lot more closure done in the beginning, and then after the mid-season finale, whenever it premieres next year, it's going to be a lot more of that rapid-fire Jedi Force, rebellion, that sort of thing going on in the second half of the season. But I will agree with him. I wouldn't say it was boring, but it's not as exciting as I thought it was going to be.
Do you think they wrote themselves kind of in a corner? Because we talked about with canon now, with everything being canon Star Wars, that they might write themselves in some corners and it might get boring. Do you think that's what's happening right now with Star Wars Rebels, that they wrote themselves into a corner leading up to Rogue One, where they just have to basically do like Naruto does of 12 episodes of filler?
I think that yes, in a way that they did, because they had to be very careful, and I think that's why you're seeing a lot more filler, is that they're trying to kind of tiptoe to the end, and then you're just going to see a flurry of episodes, of meaningful episodes. Because right now we're getting 2 episodes a week, or we were getting 2 episodes a week, and it wasn't, I guess, that substantial.
At this point, BC, what do you feel like they could do story-wise to crank it up to 11?
Honestly, I have no idea. I don't know where they would go, where they would take this. I want to see the return of Ahsoka. I want her back.
Where'd she go?
I don't know.
Yeah.
I mean, theoretically, we still don't know if she's back or not.
Yeah.
There was the whole Dave Filoni T-shirt with Ahsoka lives ? Show the trailer. Lights come back on. Ahsoka lives !
Yeah.
Which leads to say, yeah, she's coming back, but there's all the rumors about, well, she has something to do with the wolf, and I'm like, that's really dumb.
Yeah, some people thought she was reincarnated into the wolf.
Yeah, and that's where I'm like, no, I don't want, no.
Man, I want to see that explanation. You're Ahsoka? Doom. Okay.
We'll get to the Doom part here in a minute. I just wanted to say, hey, what's up, Jeff? Thank you so much for joining. Jeff, make sure if you watch Star Wars Rebels, join in the conversation. Comment below what you think of this current season. So, Matt, what did you think of that whole reveal of Kanan? Like, the name Doom or Dune or whatever it was. Like,
It was really weird.
wasn't that so strange? It's
Yeah.
like it's like a dog yells "Burr." It's like, dude, Bert's my name.
Yeah, and he's like, he just goes Doom. And he's like, I don't know what that means. It's my name. Huh? Hold up. Wait a second. We've gone through 4 seasons of you guys flying around, going through this rebellion. You've seen Ezra grow up, and you never once thought to yourself, let me tell Ezra my real name.
Nope,
Well,
never came up.
I mean, look, I can understand it to a point. Everyone has multiple freaking names in Star Wars. Darth Vader, Anakin Skywalker. Obi-Wan Kenobi, Ben Kenobi. You know, the Sheev Palpatine, just the Emperor, Darth Sidious.
I get it.
You know?
I get it.
I will say, though, like, their parents must not have loved him to name him Doom.
But
like,
at what point
Maybe they watched the movie.
Yeah, so
here's my problem.
they're like, I love The Rock.
I love The Rock.
Makes sense. Makes a lot of sense. But here's my question of it is, I didn't realize that was supposed to be a plot point. I just thought I was like, oh, okay, his name's Dune. And y'all are like, yeah, his name's Dune. What do you think about that? I'm like, is that important? Should I have
If a Force Wolf only says Doom, there's a reason for it, and there's a significance
I just
to
figured
it.
like he knew him from back in the day, like the White Fang, you know?
No,
Like they hung out.
let me put this into context. So imagine that Han Solo in The Force Awakens ran into like a random penguin, and the penguin just yells, Jonathan, and then Han Solo's like, that's my name. Like, that's how jarring it was for me.
Yeah.
Almost like it didn't seem natural. It was just really, really strange. And the bigger topic that I want to move on to here, we've already talked about what we think about this season of Star Wars Rebels, that we think it's just kind of dragged on. We're not sure where it's going, where the end point is. Like, my favorite stuff still is with that had to do with Darth Maul. Like, Darth Maul in Clone Wars, Darth Maul now, and then they played Darth Maul into, like, the Sith Temple with Vader and Ahsoka. Like, it was just a perfect, like, crock pot of just amazingness of Star Wars. Now, I'm like, so they're with Mon Mothma. They're part of the rebellion. Well, nothing cool can happen because no Jedis were ever mentioned, ever, in A New Hope or Rogue One.
Yeah.
So, like, literally...
Well, no. Mon Mothma does go up to Leia's father and go, what about your Jedi friend?
Which is Obi-Wan.
And I'm sitting there going, what about the 2 Jedi y'all had in the damn rebellion?
Yeah.
Well, she couldn't
Which she's
say
now
anything.
interacted with quite a
She
bit.
couldn't say anything because, I don't know, maybe they don't survive. I'm just saying.
Well, we know Hera survives because she's in Rogue One. And we know Chopper, his little dumbass, survives.
God, I hate that droid.
I love Chopper.
Hey, Chopper saved Hera.
Yeah.
He is a national treasure and a hero.
One point before I move on
Stupid
to...
fart box.
Before I move to the next subject, I did want to mention the one thing I did like about the last episode that happened was they were stealing the TIE fighter, right? They're stealing the prototype TIE fighter, and someone said like maybe Hera stole it, and Thrawn said no, if Hera stole it, she would have already been gone.
Yeah.
So I thought that was really cool. Thrawn doesn't like just look at things as bad and good. He also looks at things in a gray way, and he also gives credit where credit's due. He's like, no, like, Hera's a badass.
Yeah,
like,
it's clear he respects the hell out of her.
Yeah, she like would have been gone. That ship would have been out of her sight. Like, no, some idiot probably drove it.
Well, that's why he was like, when he brought down their X-Wings, he's like, you guys need to go get her right now.
Yeah.
Like, alive, just get her. I don't care.
Yeah.
Like, that was the main protocol.
And so what moves to the next point is Thrawn. So there's been some recent things about Thrawn throughout a book that it looks like there's some evidence that he may be live past Rogue One. My biggest question for you, BC, is how do you feel about Thrawn being alive past Rogue One, and do you think he'll play any part in anything?
Well, I mean,
in the
I don't
major
know much.
films?
I don't know about what the race that he is. I don't know how long.
It's
they
a blue
live.
person. It's like the people in Vegas.
You can't say that.
They
It's
reproduced.
2017.
They reproduced on a planet, and
Right.
the blue people made Thrawn.
He's different, though, because he has hair.
Oh, never mind then.
So yeah, I don't know.
I don't know the name, but
Honestly,
he's one of very like. There's
You
not a
know,
lot of them.
we do an award show called The Nerdies, which y'all can watch on SCNS Live.
Dumb.
And if I'm not mistaken, we gave away Best Villain to Thrawn,
I think so. I don't know.
which I didn't vote for
It was either that or American Gods. I have no idea.
because I haven't liked Thrawn. Because I've heard so much about Thrawn for so long from people who do read books, because I don't read books, talking about how incredible he was and how excited they were, they wanted to see him. And then he's just kind of like, all right, he's there.
We've gotten Thrawn light. Like, you can see sense of, like, how smart he is, his intelligence, great of a...
I'm like, dude, you're just like Tarkin. Like, I don't see anything more that Tarkin did. I don't think you do anything more than Tarkin's doing.
I think he's more strategic than Tarkin was, though, because we never really got that out of Tarkin. Tarkin's just like, let's just blow up Alderaan. That's about it. And all he said was, Vader, don't kill that guy.
What has Thrawn blown up?
He doesn't have access to the freaking Death Star. What are you talking about?
Maybe he should do something then.
Thrawn is the evil Batman of the Star Wars universe. The guy is the world's greatest detective in the Star Wars universe. The issue is that you're right. They have not reflected, I believe, the intelligence that came from.
I feel like Batman would have found the rebels by now. Batman would have found the rebels quite a long time ago.
Batman would have gotten to Lothal before the rebels did.
Fine, guys. Just smash my ideas here.
I'm just saying.
That
goes to your point that he's not.
But here's the thing. So that's my question: is that what do you think about? Do you think there's a possibility we'll see him in any of the new films?
I don't know. And there's rumor that possibly Rian Johnson's trilogy will involve Thrawn. Which I doubt, because they did say it's going to be a completely new character. So I don't know if there's any truth to that. But
that's my next subject is going to be Rian Johnson's new trilogy
that we talked about last week.
We did talk about last week.
Yeah, but you guys didn't have me here, so that doesn't matter.
I did a good job. I don't know
so instead, Zach's going to ask us questions, and we're going to repeat what we said last week.
That'll be much better. It'll be very enthralling. You'll get rock hard.
I don't know. I haven't enjoyed Thrawn as much as I've enjoyed everything else. Now, I will say I like Thrawn being there more than I like Inquisitors, because I hate Inquisitors.
I like him.
But he ain't no Darth Maul.
The only thing I don't like about the Inquisitors is that they're so, like, because the Emperor can't teach them Force stuff. Like, they're not supposed to learn Force things. They're supposed to have Force sensitivity, that they can't even wield a lightsaber, so they have to have this helicopter lightsaber that, like, wields them off like Mary fucking Poppins.
It's their helicopter, bro.
Yeah, that's the only thing.
I'm Mary Poppins, y'all.
If they didn't have that in that one episode, the Apprentice episode with them, with Vader and Ahsoka and Maul, I think that would have been the perfect Star Wars piece of canon.
That was such a waste
ever.
of Sarah Michelle Gellar.
That really was.
What did she do?
Yeah, I'll agree.
She
with
was
you.
the chick Inquisitor.
No, that's fine. She doesn't do anything for me, anyways. Matt, so what do you believe? What are you giving me a face about Sarah?
I mean,
It's
both of us
Sarah
are. We
Michelle
are currently.
Gellar. What is wrong with
There's
you?
some, like,
What is she
surround
playing
sound.
again?
Buffy,
Okay.
Scream Queen of the '90s.
Okay.
Also, she is married to Freddie Prinze Jr.,
Okay.
who is Kanan or Doom.
Yeah,
we're
no,
not
guys.
friends anymore.
Dude, just...
He actually turned his back.
I'm so sorry Joss Whedon's amazing writing turned that, like, boring, plain blonde girl into, like, an interesting character. Herself as a
Boring.
person...
She is so hot.
No, she...
We are not friends.
I'm a Rachel fan and a Monica fan.
She was Daphne.
She looks like a Daphne
Scooby-Doo.
from Scooby-Doo. Yeah.
That's what I said. She was Daphne.
Yeah, the sad girl no one cares about with glasses.
That's Velma.
Oh, well,
wow.
We are.
no one cares about Scooby-Doo anyways. You born in the 50s?
Yes.
That seems like it. Matt, so what do you feel about Thrawn as a character as a whole right now? BC's
Thrawn
given...
like Sarah Michelle Gellar.
Sarah Michelle Gellar doesn't even know how to spell Thrawn.
What? I don't understand why her question of it.
You guys are attacking me very personally about this dumb girl that has no significance.
Well,
I don't think you have any evidence that she is dumb at all.
Like,
I think she's pretty intelligent. I bet
She's probably smart.
I literally have a shirt of Buffy the Vampire Slayer, and I have it because I'm just like, cool, a shirt of a girl that's hot. Like, no one cares about her as a person. She's a woman.
I care about her as a person. I bet she's a very nice young lady.
What? Oh,
What do you say?
That's just trolling.
What do you say?
I said,
no.
I don't even know what he said. I'm gonna leave.
all right, fine, just sit down. I love Sharon. I love Buffy the Vampire Slayer. I'm sorry I didn't recognize her name at first. I just had to go on with the
Should also
charade.
say that you love and respect women after that comment.
I love and respect woman.
What? Oh, no.
Woman. That's how PewDiePie says it. It's hilarious.
He's not here.
Who is that?
PewDiePie. Jesus.
Look, our viewership
Anyways.
went down to 1.
No, it's been there.
I saw it up to 4. And then you made that comment.
Okay, fine. I love Buffy, guys. Can we move on past this? I didn't know Sarah Michelle Gellar's name. I had to put on this charade of not knowing, and now you guys drug it out of me. Fine. Did I get my first wet dream by her stabbing a vampire, then I was a vampire, then she stabbed me and then kissed me? Sure. That's not something I wanted to release to someone outside of my therapist.
Stabbed me and then kissed me. Wouldn't you have gone to like dust at that point?
That was the hot part, bro.
Oh, got it.
Please send all hate mail to @thebadzach on Twitter. THAMADZH.
Guys, this is why this is strictly Star Wars and nothing else. You guys are talking me to a corner. I'm very awkward talking about women, and I don't know why you guys
Right
are doing
there,
this.
once again, all hate mail to
my God.
@themadzach.
I love and respect women.
Last week when he wasn't hosting, this whole show went so smoothly.
This is a Christian channel. I respect women. You guys are a PewDiePie fan. You guys
seriously,
know what I'm talking
it's gonna be like Al Borland. I'm gonna get a poster to be like all hate mail to.
We're moving on to the next subject. Has nothing to do with women. We're talking about Rian Johnson taking on a new trilogy.
Again, okay.
Just to recover from what the hell just happened. Matt, do you believe the new trilogy could be a woman-led movie?
Oh my God, Zach.
Well,
I would love the idea. Personally.
The Force Awakens currently is
do you think they're going to continue this trend because they had that with Rogue One?
Yeah, I think so.
And that was going to be a trilogy, but then they all died. So do you believe now with this new Rian Johnson trilogy that they're going to continue with this woman-led female role?
Hi, Frankie. I think they could.
What's up, Frankie?
It would be...
Frankie, hi, buddy. Team Fisher represent.
I think it would be awesome if they did. I don't care, to be honest, if it's a woman-led one or a male-led one. I don't care. I just want to know who these characters are and if they're interesting, if they're like, if they really...
so you don't see sex. That's what you're saying.
That doesn't matter to me.
You just have to be interesting characters.
Whatever suits the narrative of the film would be best. It could be an alien. It could be a woman. It could be a dude. It could be a Chewbacca. It could be... I don't care.
Everybody had like this horrible like thought that like, it's all about women now. I hate Daisy Ridley's Rey, blah 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 in Star Wars. I'm like, why? She's great. It doesn't matter.
Looking back at this now, BC, since you brought up the point of whatever the best character is for the narrative, do you believe that Rey was the best character for this narrative?
Oh, absolutely. I think Rey is an incredibly unique character. With a lot of different layers that we have no idea what her backstory is, where it's going to go into, and she's a very strong character. And I've enjoyed everything they've done with her, as well as everyone in The Force Awakens.
What do you think about Max Landis' comments of her being a Mary Sue?
I don't think she's a Mary Sue. I don't really understand why she would be.
It's because everything she did well. She had no trials or troubles. She was like, guys, we have this warp drive that's really complicated to fix, and she's like, oh, I got this in my pocket, and fix it. That's why. Like everything, she was able to fix.
I think that's, to be honest, I think you're just putting it under a microscope a little too much. Like, you're just trying to create a character
I never even thought about it. Like, that thought never even
like.
crossed my mind. I was like, oh, yeah.
Like, she's too perfect? You guys didn't think she's too perfect? Like, she overcame everything?
I don't. But, like, then again, I can sit back and watch a movie and enjoy a character. That's fine. But at the same time, like, she didn't use the Force to, like, expert degree. Like, she had different, like...
And then she got her ass kicked by Kylo Ren until the Force kicked in and pretty much said, all right, let's wreck shop.
Yeah.
And then when she wrecked shop, the only reason she was wrecking shop is because she caught Kylo off guard.
Yeah.
She mind controlled Daniel Craig. You guys didn't think that was a little like...
Not hard to do.
She had to learn how to do it.
He said he would rather chew glass than come back and play 007. Guess what? He's coming back to play 007. It's obviously not hard to get Daniel Craig to do what you want.
Robin joined us. What's up, Robin?
I really just do think that, like, she was learning as she went. And she knew, okay, maybe I do have this Force sensitivity. I don't know, but let me just at least try it. And she saw what Kylo did and then went on from there.
The equivalent that you guys are talking about right now is literally Ben over here saying that he wants to try basketball. and then he's going to play on the Mavericks tomorrow. That's the power slope.
I don't know.
That is the power slope
that
Ray took throughout the night.
Look, I am a diehard Dallas Maverick fan, but that's not much of a stretch. I think he could make the team right now.
Right now, he probably could.
Dude, I wasn't even doing anything.
You can play the 4. You can play the 4.
Robin, I would love to hear your opinion right now. What we were talking about is the new trilogy that Rian Johnson is putting together.
Actually, we're talking about Ray.
Well, no. But we're talking about it being female-led, which led into this rabbit hole. But my personal opinion, which I'm really excited about, if they're talking about new characters that have never been touched on or explored, is obviously, guys, it's what you guys talked about last week, is the Old Republic. Obviously, that's what we think. It's gonna. I can't even talk. I'm just so excited. Guys, the Old Republic is the best thing about Star Wars in the world, and I can't wait for it. I want to see like a sea of Jedi and a sea of Sith fighting.
That's what I want, the Sith army.
I want to see a Sith Game of Thrones. Remember when the Sith were like, they had like 12 houses and all of them took each other down, murdered each other, like literally Game of Thrones Sith style? That's what I want to see. I want to see it tomorrow.
I think Zach decided to bring this up because he just wanted to throw in his 2 cents for the stuff we already talked about last week.
No, I just...
He's like, I wasn't here, guys. I want Old Republic.
Yeah, I brought it up and now it's down.
I completely agree. I do want the Old Republic. I want to see the Sith army, and I want the trilogy to end with Darth Bane cutting it down to 2.
Yeah,
and being like, nope, there's only 2 bitches.
So for the last topic for the night is that we're going to talk about how much we respect women.
Oh, good. I'm going to let you have the floor there because I don't think mine is a question at all.
No, I respect women. That's it. That's it. Woman. That's the end of the subject. I'm going to end off the show not with that. That's just a teaser. That was a teaser.
I hate you so much.
The last thing I'm going to ask is Snoke, the Liberace of the Star Wars universe. Matt, what do you think about Snoke being the Liberace of the Star Wars universe?
I don't know how to answer that.
See, Matt, this is all your fault now.
I don't know how to answer that at all.
Your fault now.
Like, is he the Liberace? I don't even know the guy. He just wears a gold robe and has a black ring. Well, that's about all I know.
Well, Matt, you just answered your own question. The answer is yes. If you wear a black ring and a gold robe and gold slippers and you have a face like that, you are the Liberace of the Star Wars universe. Guys, that's going to do it for us on the What the Force podcast. Make sure you guys comment down below and let us know what you guys thought of this week's episode. We're going to go ahead, and I'm going to go ahead and look at Robin's quotes here real quick. So Robin said, Old Republic, Revan, or...
I love Darth Revan.
Yeah, dude, Darth Revan. Darth Revan. Manador. He said Game of Thrones style, Manador, the ultimate. Show the conflict between the tribes and Manador and the Sith. So yeah, we completely agree. I wonder if we're ever going to get within Star Wars canon the actual race that was Sith. The guys with like the dangly balls like from their face. Mm-hmm. There was actual race that was called Sith that were like the majority of the dark side users.
I think that would border to start to confuse the audience a little bit.
Yeah, I don't think they'll do that.
Yeah.
Do you think with them?
I mean, you might see them in the background somewhere, like you saw E.T. in the prequel trilogy.
Sure.
You know, but that's about it.
I do have one last question before we leave and we end this podcast. Is that we've talked about a lot on this show about how Disney is moving to that gray Jedi. There is no good, there is no evil. But so for them to move back to a very starch good and evil lines. Is this what you guys talked about last week on the show?
Yeah, he hates gray Jedi so much.
There is no such thing as a gray Jedi.
There
is not.
Yes,
it is not canon. It is not a thing. It was something that was in the damn books that is now legend. It's not a thing. You are light side. You are dark side. Nope. Pick one.
No, dark side is a character.
No, gray Jedi is Ahsoka's a gray Jedi.
So,
anyways, Robin says, could we see Chuck Wending's books brought to life? Oh, Tony Morrow just joined.
Tony!
He goes, I fear DC might buy DC pretty soon.
Disney.
Jesus Christ.
He fears Disney may buy DC pretty soon.
Okay, Tony, that's called a monopoly.
Yeah, he couldn't do that. He literally couldn't do that.
Could they not?
No, they couldn't do that.
I mean, they couldn't buy Warner Brothers, but I'm pretty sure they could buy DC.
The DC properties. Warner Brothers does not own the DC properties. It's a contract that they can use those likenesses.
They've had it for like years.
They could.
Yeah, no, Warner Bros. Will never give that.
They'll never.
But why would? What advantage would that give Disney?
Absolutely nothing.
Tony, thank you so much for tuning in and watching the show. But no.
Oh, thank God! I thought it was going to be a lot worse.
Just no. Double Toasted mentioned it. Well,
I don't know who that is.
Double Toasted is a podcast out of Austin.
Well, I'm going to slap them with my mushroom stamp because that is the ridiculous idea. No, I literally have a stamp of a mushroom. It's in my car.
I don't know how I feel about Battlefront because I haven't played it yet. So I don't have the money right now because these guys have not paid me. I didn't
want to talk about microtransactions of Battlefront. It's too frustrating. Right now, we're about to end the show because we're at a 32-minute mark. But you know what? I was trying to avoid this, just like the herpes that is happening on my face. No one purchased the High Ground DLC, Matt or Ben. And
what?
Stop it!
We don't all look alike.
All white people do look alike. No, Ben, I didn't buy that, nor did I buy the cream to treat the herpes. Matt, can you please tell us your opinion about EA now turning the tables on the microtransactions? Because we originally saw the report of it almost cost $2,000 to unlock everything within Star Wars Battlefront.
Yeah. Well, it contradicts everything that they were saying at E3 when they announced Star Wars Battlefront 2 in the beginning, because they were saying all DLC, all content, everything was going to be free, and then you turn it on and it's microtransactions, and you're like, what the hell is this? And I understand that they need to make money in some way because they're really not going to make any money with anything, any DLC content at all, just because everything's free. But outside of that, like, you're already giving people are already spending upwards of like $60 to like $100 just for this game alone, and now you're throwing in microtransactions so that way you're having to spend more money just to get Darth Vader because you don't want to spend like freaking a week just trying to unlock the ability to play as Vader.
I have the issue weekly trying to budget for macaroni and cheese. I can't imagine trying to budget to play certain characters and not play certain
it's absolutely
characters.
Frustrating. So I totally understand why the gaming community was in an uproar about it, but I don't like. EA's all like, oh, but we're listening to you guys. We took down the microtransactions, and all we're going to do now is just focus on the game and just really listen to you guys. And I'm like, if you had listened to us in the first place, you wouldn't have put in the microtransactions or the need to unlock these specific characters that are going to take like 40 days just to unlock.
I don't know if I completely agree with that.
Hold on a second. Tony, thank you so much for commenting again. We'll talk about Justice League here in a minute, but Tony also says
Star Wars podcast, Tony.
Just listen. Tony says also Battlefront 2, no thanks.
See, because here's my thing. I don't mind that it takes 40 hours to unlock something. I mean, if it takes 40 hours to unlock every single, like, and 40 hours to get one thing, then another 40 hours to get another thing, that's kind of bullshit.
That's
40 hours
essentially
to unlock,
what it was.
40,
really?
Yeah,
40
that's
hours
the
to unlock Rey's pantaloons.
Like, it's
and
like,
then her garb, and then her shirt.
Like, you basically went in hoping to play as Vader, right? Mm-hmm. And you go in and you're thinking, all right, cool, I cannot wait to start this battle, and I get to pick Vader, and what is this? I have to spend like X amount of hours just trying to unlock him, and that's the problem. And I believe it was a lot of hours, and that was what all the uproar was about.
See, I don't mind. You know, look at old Nintendo 64 games. Look at we'll take WCW NWO Revenge right off the top. Like, to unlock Rowdy Piper, you had to fight through something, and once you got to a certain level, boom, you fight Piper, you unlock him.
Yeah, that's not how this worked.
So how does this work?
You have to like earn like certain things like crystals or something. I don't know what the actual like money or value is, but you have to earn so much just to like be able to buy it or purchase him in game with in-game money. And it was astronomical whenever it came out. And that's what people were really pissed off about. Because you went into this thinking that there were not going to be any limitations on you. Sure, there were going to be different challenges, different goals for you to meet, and there was going to be a storyline to keep you gripped in and all of that. And then you start playing, and you're like, wait a second, there are all these little boundaries that I cannot get past, and I can't, and you know, I don't have like the time to just spend like 8 hours a day on it just to be able to play with one character. And then just to be able to unlock the next thing, and then just to be able to unlock the next thing. So that's what the issue is.
Okay. See, and again, I haven't gotten to play yet because when I bought the first Battlefront, the only thing I do is literally the dog fights up in the air. The TIE Fighter or the X-Wing. Actually, I use the A-Wing. I would prefer a Y-Wing, but they won't give you the damn Y-Wing.
They have a Y-Wing on this one.
Oh, Team Y-Wing represent. Yeah. So I never even attempted to unlock any of those other things on the first.
Well, in the first one, it didn't really matter.
Really?
And this one, it's different. Very different. It's vastly different.
So, and again, I haven't got it because y'all haven't paid me yet, so I don't have money to buy it yet. I'm waiting on my paycheck.
What is the recent game you've played, BC?
Injustice and WWE 2K18.
And you suck at both of them.
I beat you at both of them.
Stop it. I have to put on a persona.
Matter of fact, we went down there and we just played Street Fighter. I beat you at that.
And you've never even played that. That was kind of miraculous.
This is BC playing Street Fighter.
That is true. I was straight just button mashing on that crap. I have no idea what I was. I still don't know what I'm doing.
Real quickly,
but I also beat Matt.
You did. I'm terrible at fighting games. So
quickly before you guys go, guys, a real good friend of the show, Rob. What's Rob's last name?
Entropy.
I don't even know how to say that.
No one does.
But you guys can find him if you guys go on YouTube and type in Channel Control.
Channel Control TV.
Yep.
YouTube.com/Channel Control TV.
He's about to do a lot of great episodes about Future Man. He's going to be talking about The Gifted. He's talking about Orville. So if you guys love to get some reviews on TV shows, you guys love seeing experts talk about them, you love kind of watching them with people. I love that. I love episodically watching a show and then watching some of my favorite YouTubers talk about that show. Mm-hmm. Rob's fantastic at it. And you guys are both on Channel Control.
Yep.
Yes.
Correct?
Yep.
So you guys make sure you check it out.
When they pay me.
Also, shameless plug, Matt, what website can we go to get all of our news?
Cinelinks.com.
That's it? That's all you're going to say?
Cinelinks.com. All your news, reviews, editorials, and more. Cinelinks.com.
There we go. Was it Cinelinks.com?
Cinelinks.com.
It was Cinelinks.com.
Cinelinks.com.
It's Cinelinks.com.
You can find me at Move the Joystick.
Yep. BC, where can people find you?
You can find me on all social media at RealJackassBC. That's RealJackassBC. This has been the last time I will be on the What the Forest podcast unless I get a substantial raise.
Are you guys kidding me? You guys can find me at the Mad Zach. That's THA.
All hate mail goes to at the Mad Zach.
We respect women. Ben, go ahead and send us out.
I hate you.